Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica. For those who are not new, welcome back. It's great to see you here again. And today I have my April TBR for you. So one of the things that I decided to do for this TBR is put them in categories, so I'm keeping myself straight. This is just for me. For the first one, it will be the book club picks, because I do participate in book clubs on BookTube. And then I do have some picks from my TBRs that I've made back in January, as well as books that I want to read. So without further ado, let's get into what I am going to be reading in the month of April. Okay, so the first book club pick I have for this is from the historical Hellions. This is run by Jess and Sam, and it is Virgin Fire by Elizabeth Chadwick, and this is book 2 in our Fire series. And if you were on that live show when they were picking up books, this one is about a woman who's being courted for her bathtub, and it is a historical Western romance. And I don't generally do historical Western romance; they never work for me. But the fact that, and I'm going to read you the synopsis because this made me laugh out loud, and you have to see this because this is fantastic. It's not just the corset pulled tightly around her waist that makes Jessica Parnell breathless, or all the Texas oilmen. Jessica deserves only one, her estranged husband, Travis. Jessica is one of the few in town to own a bathtub, a privilege in remote Parker County. When Travis begins to beg for the use of it, Jessica doesn't suspect that they'll both end up in a lather. Okay, so this was written in 1991, and just the fact that she's being wooed for her bathtub is fantastic. I cannot wait for this live show because this is going to be good. I am so excited for this, and I have no expectations that it's probably going to be really bad, but I don't care. I'm all about this because being wooed for a bathtub, that is very unique and very fun. Okay, so the next book club pick is Offside, and this is book 1 in the Rules of Game series by Avery Keelan, and this is for the Ravished by Romance book club pick, and it's all ran by Jess and Lacey. I'll have everybody's, anyone I'm talking about, I will have them linked down below so you can check them out. There is no audiobook for this, and it was published back in 2022, and this is sports, romance, new adult, and forbidden, and I heard nothing but great things about this, but it's a very long book, and I generally do audiobooks, so I will see how well this goes. I'm sorry, my dog, he's boisterous. Anyway, this is for the last book club pick that I have, because when I'm filming this, I had emailed McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay for the Smut Club and the Out of Bounds book club picks, but she hasn't gotten back to me, so I will add those when I know what they are. And this one is for cover to cover, and it's ran by Sam and Tori, and this is The Coldest Winter by Brittany Cherry, and this is going to be released on April 13th, and so I did look on Goodreads to see if there's any tropes. And it is Forbidden One Night Stand Workplace. For, I guess what it is, she's a student teacher. She goes into work, and her one night stand from months ago, I think, works there. So that sounds really good. And I've only read like one Brittany Cherry book, so I'm excited for this one. Okay, from my TBR list, I am going to be reading The Temptation. This is book 5 in the Filthy Rich Americans series by Nikki Sloan. This is the one I haven't read. I've read all of them, and The Redemption is my favorite. Daddy McAllister is just chef's kiss, so good. Even though there's some stuff in there that just makes me cringe, but we're not going to go through that again. But this is on the 23 books I want to read in 2023, and the narrators are Gideon Frost and Isabel Ruther, and the tropes And the tropes are fake relationship, friends to lover, and rich hero. Okay, and then the other book that I'm definitely going to be reading this month is For Lucy by Julie Ann. This was recommended to me from Nikki in Bookland, and it's narrated by Connor Chris. And the tropes are second chance romance, marriage in trouble. This is from the list of 12 recommendations from 12 friends. So I'm excited to read that one. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the books I want to read. If they aren't going to be released in the month of April, I'll let you know the release dates. So the first one I want to read is The Rules of Dating My Best Friend's Sister by Vi Keelan and Penelope Ward. This is going to be narrated by Zachary Weber and Maxine Minchell, and I love those two very much. And this is going to be published on April 2nd, and the tropes are forbidden, new adult, friends to lovers, polar opposites, and slow burn. Sounds good to me. And the next book I want to read is Coach by Devney Perry. This is coming out on April 6th, and the narrators, I now know who their narrators are, Teddy Hamilton and Ava Erickson. And the tropes are angsty, friends to lovers, forbidden, forced proximity, sports romance, single dad, small town romance. I am all about that. I think there's even I think this might even be second chance too. Anyway, I'm just excited. It's Devney Perry. I'm going to read it. I don't care what it is. I'm going to read it. Okay, the next one I'm going to read, and I've been waiting for this to get on audiobook, and now it's coming on audiobook, and it's going to be released on April 11th, and it is The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and this is the book one in the Crowns of Nexia series by Carissa Broadbent. I heard nothing but great things about this. The narrator is going to be Holly Jackson. I love Holly Jackson as our narrator. It's fantasy romance, forced proximity, and vampires. When you guys told me vampires, I was sold. I love a good vampire book. I've been trying to find a really good one. And so I'm truly excited for this one. And then I want to read Yours Truly, and this is book 2 in the Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. And this is going to be released on April 11th. And the narrators are going to be Kyla Garcia and Zachary Weber. Zachary Weber is getting some good books out this year. And the tropes are friends to lovers, fake dating, workplace romance, anxiety rep, and neurodivergence rep. So the next book I want to read is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I love Beach Read, and I really liked Book Lovers. I never actually read People We Met on Vacation. I think I started it, but then I put it down and never picked it back up. With her books, if I read it physically, I never finish it, but if I read it on audio, I will finish it. And the narrator for this one is Julia Whalen, and it is one bed, fake dating, second chance, found family, friends to lovers, and I'm sold. So, and the last book that's on this list, but again, I will be reading a lot more. These are the ones that I know I will be getting to in April, and this one is A Rogue's Rule for Seduction. This is book 3 in the Last Chance Scoundrel series by Eva Lee, and it's going to be released on April 25th, 2023, and it's narrated by Mary Jane Wells, and it's a historical second chance romance, and I love Mary Jane Wells, and this one is pure cover lust for me, and I actually do like Eva Lee a lot, so I'm excited for this one too. All right, so anyways, that's going to be my April TBR, and stay tuned for my April wrap up to see if I actually did stick to my TBR. Anyway, let me know what you're reading in the month of April, or if there's a book that you're excited that's coming out. And if you do not want to leave me anything like that, just leave me any emoji you will like, just to let me know you've been here. It can be whatever you fancy. Anyways, happy reading, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.